Welcome back. It is day 23 of learning the banjo, and today's going to be a really right hand kind of technical kind of day again. I just want to really focus in on that and make sure I'm not going ahead too much, and then we'll go through each piece, kind of check where the progress is at, and cut it right there. It's going to be a really quick day today. I got a busy day in the personal life. So, like we've been doing with the warm-ups, I really just like doing that warm-up because it just kind of helps me. A lot of my problems on the right hand are just sometimes you miss pluck something, I guess. You miss pick something, and I don't mean to pick, or a lot of it is coming from what I'm noticing, I think, and this is something I actually could use some feedback on, about how far down, so my fingers here, how far down should these fingers be? Someone had mentioned the pinky should be standing up, so I'm guessing kind of like standing up like this, maybe? I don't know. And I think I'm overanalyzing here a bit. But I start to feel like almost sometimes these fingers are too close, and then my middle finger here is running into this index finger, this ring finger on my right hand. And so I've been trying to consciously leave a little more space from, sorry, can you guys see that? I can't figure it out. Whatever. Yeah, trying to just leave a little more space here between the strings and my my two resting fingers. So that is something I'm working on there, and that's why I like these drills, and I like the speed drills too. These kind of just warm-up drills where I'm really just focusing on the right hand, because it allows me to just feel kind of how the striking of the strings is going. So carry on with that. And what it also allows me to kind of do is to take the side of actually, so a lot of the time when I'm focused on my right hand and I'm actually playing, a lot of the focus is just on hitting the right strings, right? I still don't have a perfect feel for which string is which all the time, so I'm kind of really dialed in on just making sure I'm hitting first, second, third, fourth, fifth. But what this allows me to do is just not focus on the actual hitting of the strings and being correct in that, but focus on striking the strings well, which is a whole different thing. So, striking versus being, accurate or on the correct string is definitely two things that you got to kind of worry that I got to focus on, because I know that even if I'm accurate, sometimes I'm getting one note way louder than the other on a roll, for example. Let's go with a forward. I'm gonna make one note louder than the other on purpose here, and see if you notice it. Here we go. You hear those high notes. That third note sticks out a bit, and that's what happens sometimes, especially because your thumb's has a little bit more strength than these index and middle fingers does. So so it's just working on that. Sorry, I was taking I think I mentioned earlier on, someone had actually said a good comment to put the thumb pick into warm water to stretch it out a bit, because my thumb was turning purple right then. I looked down and my thumb was purple because it's too tight on my thumb. So anyways, I like these striking drills, and I sit here and do this a lot on my own time too. I'm really interested in, the finger efficiency of these banjo players I'm watching, where you see their fingers are just moving so fast, and it's a lot of it has to be just they're very efficient with their movements. They're not taking their fingers too far away with the strings. So I feel like that's a good drill for that. Then we'll do our speed kind of. kind of question I have for any of you banjo people out there. Sometimes I'll notice I'm focused over here and I'm digging my right thumb too deep under almost, and then the back here of my thumb pick actually gets caught on the string above where I'm trying to go. Kind of a situation like that, where I'm actually playing the string above where I'm trying to be on accident. I don't know if anyone has any kind of things for that. I guess a lot of it's just kind of self-explanatory. It's like, hey dummy, don't put your finger too don't dig your thumb too deep in. But I think there's a temptation to, because when you're not looking over here and you're as kind of, I'm still learning, so I'm really trying to make sure I'm at the right string. So what happens is I put it down further close to the banjo in order to hope that that's going to help me get the right string and not miss it, right? So anyways, then we'll go to our thumb flexibility drill here. Through our rolls real quick, go forward, then backwards. Now alternating thumb. Sitting like a lazy man here. Forward, backwards. Those are our rolls right there, and then finally next we'll go into just now playing our three musics. I was trying to make this faster or quicker than the normal sesh, but it looks like it's gonna go long anyways. So let's first start out with Cripple Creek today. And that is the right hand side of Cripple Creek. So let's bring in the old. It's okay. All right, let's go to boil them cabbage down. Okay, now we'll go to Cumberland Gap. These haven't been too great today, but it's okay. Okay. There we go. And there's Cumberland Gap. So yeah, you know, I did it again. I put the banjo down. Yeah, there's Cumberland Gap. There's Cumberland Gap and all the other songs. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, you know, and check out the days before, and there'll be a day tomorrow, the same time, 9 a.m. Eastern is when I publish these, and then I put a short out sometime during the day. So check those out and have a good one. Cheers.